Welcome back to Hero Strength, where we build big peaks and even fatter cheeks. Today we're going to be doing a back video. Okay, not necessarily back, so if you guys look at the caption, it's pull day. So for those of you guys who don't know what pull is, basically it's back, biceps, shoulders. But basically you are trying to limit the amount of exercise that you're doing. Like the efficiency of everything is just like still there. So what I'm doing, because I do know my coach wants me to be doing this, he was like, oh, no, I recommend. And honestly, he did look really amazing when he started doing these exercises. He looked phenomenal on stage. So I mean, the reason why it's a problem for me is because you guys know I love to train. I love pushing myself as much as possible. So I don't mind doing like 7 different movements. I know people be like, that's too much. I just love doing that. Jay Cutler would always say, you can't overtrain the body if you're eating enough. So I'd always be eating, but now because I am limited about, with the amount of food that I'm eating ever since I started prep, I do want to be careful. As much as I want to train hard, and and I'm one of those people, I'll overthink. I'm, oh my gosh, like if I don't do this and this and that. I'm one of those people, and I'm trying to trust the system. So basically, I'm only going to be doing about 4 movements for back, maybe 3 movements for biceps and shoulders. I might superset biceps and shoulders, just call it a day. But that's just basically the premise, okay? I'm going to see how these go, and I will be sticking with this for the next couple months until my show, just because I do feel like, in essence, in doing push, pull, and legs, you're hitting every body part twice a week, and then on top of that, you're getting like, so what I plan on probably doing, my split will probably be like 2 days on, 1 day off, and 3 days on, 2 days off. Rest is also extremely important, guys. I remember when I started, I would train probably 3 weeks straight, then maybe take a rest day. You know what I'm saying? I love training that much, but in resting, you're allowing your body to rest, to grow, and to recover. In reality, that's the best time that you're growing. A lot of people think you're growing in the gym. No, that's where you're breaking down muscle. You're recovering with food and resting. So as much as I hate resting 2 days, that's essential for if I want to win this show, which that's all we're going for. I know people will say, this is your first show, this and that. I've been training 2 years. I've been bulking up for 2 years. My checks, my everything has been going for this show. This is important to me, and I know my coach kept saying, keeps telling me again, and I think I mentioned this in another video, that this is your first show, it's not a big deal, this and that. It's a big deal to me. It means a lot to me, from where I started and what this means to me. I'm putting my all. But anyways, that's basically what this is going to be. I'm going to stop talking, and we're going to get started on the workout. Okay, so starting off the workout with some type of variation of a pullover or anything to basically just activate those lats, guys. I am still very adamant about basically, in a way, just accentuating my lats on stage. So this is one of my favorite movements to do when I'm at Planet, just because you get that dual cable variation. And if you guys look, basically, I'm not really counting. I'm just going basically purely on feeling. This is not to wear myself out. This is just to warm up my lats so that it's easier for me to activate them during the workout, but not just that, but slightly wear them out so that they're being worked subliminally while I'm training back, okay? So in doing these, it's very just important about that stretch forward. You guys want to feel that on those lower lats when you guys move forward, and then when you guys are pulling in and squeezing, you guys want to basically squeeze the whole back, but you guys want to squeeze as low into those lower lats, into the middle of your back as possible. And then again, this is just a different variation. Just basically, again, since I'm not trying to fatigue myself or make these working sets, this is, again, it's just to warm myself up. You guys just want to feel pretty good and feel like, whoa, okay, my lats are very much activated. And then basically from there, you guys can go into the workout. Okay, so the first working exercise is going to be the cable rows. Usually, the last couple months, I've been making these my finisher, but now I'm trying to start with them. And honestly, I feel like very strong with them. So if you guys look, I'm trying to move forward just a slight bit, just so that I can go ahead and guide that pressure into those lower lats, into my lower back. And then from there, I go ahead and I'm trying to use my elbows to not just squeeze my back, but squeeze those lower lats, squeeze the middle part of my back. And I kind of flare out my elbows a slight bit so that I can accentuate the thickness of my lats. That's just personally me. Some people keep their elbows very, very close to them. That's fine, but I just noticed that I get better lat
progress, I guess you could say, from doing that. So if you guys look, I was actually able to go pretty heavy, but I was only going to be doing about 7 reps. And no matter how heavy it is, you guys still see that I'm still trying to control that weight, still trying to control both movements. I kind of was throwing the weight a little bit, but I, like we talked about in earlier videos, I only really do that when I feel that I have still some pretty good form. When I'm doing this, I'm very much still trying to squeeze on those lats hard at the end of that movement. I'm not just trying to throw weight. I'm not using momentum. I just move back and forth just so I can stretch those lats, stretch that back, and I'm still trying to squeeze my back as hard as possible. You guys still want to have complete control, okay? Right after that, we go into some dumbbell rows. And from this angle, you guys can kind of see I'm trying to move my elbow into the lower part of my back. But then also, if you guys see, I'm not overly moving my back, to the side, okay? You guys want to keep your body level and then move that elbow and your back into squeezing into your lats, into your lower back. Use that elbow, okay? Wherever the elbow goes, that is where you'll be able to get that stretch, get that squeeze, okay? This was my last set. I was really, really fatigued by this point. And again, it's because of those warm-ups. It really does help because you guys won't think like, oh, it's all that big of a deal. But when you go straight into that workout right after, your lats help you a lot. So when they're fatigued, they don't want to help you no more, okay? So even 65 pounds was pretty heavy for me, and it felt great though. But if you guys can see even through my shirt that my lat is being stretched at the bottom, and then my elbow, I'm coming in and digging that into those lats, trying to stretch them out, trying to squeeze them. You guys want to have complete control. We're not trying to throw weight. There's a point to throw weight, and you guys can kind of see right here, I'm just kind of like trying to rep it out, but I'm still trying to focus on that back, okay? So right after that, we go into some pretty fun variation of the unilateral machine. But if you guys look, I'm using the cable handles. This is just so that I can get, I guess you could say, the right squeeze, okay? My back thickness is not enough. That's why I'm focusing so hard on that with these exercises, but I'm doing different variations where it's just rows. Then this is a variation of a pull down. So I'm still trying. So in this sense now, I'm working on a little bit of width, but on the way down, then you're working into those lats and lower back. And again, you guys hear me talk about lats a lot, but I just want that look, okay? That is my goal for my back, is to have nice, strong, powerful lats, okay? And if you guys look, I'm going down and squeezing hard, digging those elbows into my back, and then I'm stretching. You guys have to let your back stretch out. And stretching it, that's how you guys are really going to go ahead and get that good definition into your back. If you guys are just moving back and forth, and you guys have more of your forearms burning or those biceps, sorry, or those biceps, then yeah, you guys are going to end up just developing more strength there. We're trying to focus on that back. So if you guys feel your back going crazy, when you guys do, however you train, that's awesome. But for me, I understand that it's very critical for me to focus as hard as possible to bring the look that I want on stage, not just from the front, but from the back. They always say you win shows from the back, okay? So this last set, basically, I was just doing 10 with like about a 1 second to 2 second squeeze, and then I just rep out 5 reps at the end. At this point, I was like fatigued and I was dying, I have to admit. And then for the last movement, we go to the pull down machine. If you guys look, my hands are close. I used to go very, very wide, but in doing that, the machine doesn't allow you to come down on you and use your elbows to dig into your lats the way that you should, or into your back. So since I'm trying to focus more on that squeeze and focus more on that pump and everything, my hands are close, so that just gives me a better opportunity on this machine in particular to be able to squeeze on my back and hit the areas that I'm trying to. And then for the last set, I just wanted to make it as hard as possible, so I did pull-ups with the pull-down machine, okay? Here, I felt pretty decently strong. I've actually become a little bit stronger with my pull-ups. But here, again, I'm coming up until I feel that squeeze against my back, okay? Here, it's very easy for your arms to fatigue, for your forearms to forearms to fatigue. So it's very important that you guys take advantage of whatever you do have in the tank. We're not trying to launch ourselves up there. So that's why I only did about 7, and then I finished it off on the pull down. Okay. I hope you guys really like this video. This was an amazing workout for me. Even though it was only 4 exercises, it was honestly amazing. I got done with this workout within an hour. Please let me know what you guys think of this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, because I put out videos weekly. And let me know what you guys want to see more of, okay? I am doing these videos for you guys, trying to give you guys as much information. But then also, obviously, as you guys can see, I'm trying to bring you guys on this journey with me. This is just, you know, how I'm looking right now. I always pose after my exercise, and I'm very happy about how my lats and my back from the front is coming out. But you guys take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time.